Welcome forward to episode 6 of this very special vlog featuring none other than trumpeter and producer extraordinaire, my brethren, bona fide, my Rhythm Works bandmate, band member.
Now you know.
Bell Beef Devo. Yeah, Patrick Anthony Tenyue. So we, previously was talking about Patrick working with the Rough Cut Band and the personal changes that has basically been made throughout his time, and them just evolving to be the #1 premier backing band at that time. Because they were more or less they would more or less back and play alongside all of the visiting entertainers from Jamaica at the time. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's fair to say it's because of our love for Jamaican music anyway that it was evident. It was more than evident with the way how the music was basically played from yourselves. So,
we like to call ourselves the original, Someone we born in England, like myself. You understand? Right? But it's a culture within we.
Right.
You understand? It's a culture within it that never come out of it. You understand? And Rough Cut is like that. It's a real, authentic, real thing. Because at one time, when we did at Jamaica, and we are work down there, so Rough Cut at tour Jamaica, we do a little work in Jamaica. We did downtown, and me see Barry Salmon walk outside and stop, because it's like a restaurant bar where I play.
Right.
In a Kingston 12, and I said, boy, Barry Salmon, where I play. And the next minute we see Barry's in the room, coming in the building, and walk straight, come up on the stage, We not stop Barry's because we know Barry's and we work with Barry's already.
Right.
Barry's walk, and yes, Barry Salmons. Why, here Barry's. I can't believe what me are here. Because me know said all the bands them is out of the island.
Right.
And there's, who can make this sound?
Wow.
Me have to stop my car and come in and play because I can't. There should be no reggae band in Jamaica that day so right now because everyone there on tour.
Right.
And who this year play? Me have to find out. So this is why I'm here on the stage. And Barry stand up on the stage and say, run 2 tunes from me ears and boom. Barry says come spontaneous and the singer of 2 tunes with us, Rough Cut Band right? Stamp that we know say we go anywhere.
That's the thing.
He could not believe it. And I tell the people then, I can't believe it. This is a Jamaican band. But you see, all the way in a Rough Cut, we pride ourselves from where we are come from, where we grow.
Right.
You understand? Right? Because even in a rehearsal, man, I draw a tune and they say, boy, Patrick, you know them tune here? You bass and go on that. And we have fun because we grow with the tunes then.
Yeah.
You understand? And me, when me a 15-year-old, Tony Phillips all shocked for find out said, me know enough man over Northwest too, like Chips and certain man them, Me know them good and them and they know me. Because we used to have a cousin who used to live over them side there.
Right.
And he used to have a sound system, so me used to par with the sound system. Right? That's why me know about Neville Charter sound and railway, the railway pub where man them used to, hey, that sound tough, Benji. Back in them day there, yeah man. So my education in the reggae is full.
Right.
Cause I know how to tune them. From when me a little pitney, 5-6-year-old, I used to bang on the gram. I go on like I play keyboard, bang. I play. So I go on, we do it, We have 5-6 fam. So we know how to tune them. And when we should go and tell man, go to school and tell man, say, you hear them kind of tune, and man say, no, you don't know, I make up you and make up that. Me say, this time, I can't make up enough tune, but you don't know them tune, Cause always used to remember tune, always, and Rough Cut was that. We was the band that could play the tune them authentically.
So you was like the living walking Google before Google it was even invented when it comes to reggae music.
So, we know the tune them. We know a tune. So it's easy for me and my brother to just play off tune.
Right.
And play style and correct make corrections to the horn lines when the horn players was making mistake within the recordings.
Yeah.
We know of it. You understand? And this was the greatest thing with Rough Cut. I'd lovely years with Rough Cut. More than Dub Band. Dub Band did nice everything, but you see Rough Cut, man, and I work as so I get to learn know Freddie and know Gregory and bagger artists, Barrington Levy and all of them, everyone come through.
Right. So it's safe.
Head towards every one of them come through with.
So it's safe to say that your tenure in Rough Cut was your most formative years as a musician.
As a musician for reggae, for the reggae music.
Okay.
For reggae music. And learn the reggae and more. I learn with Dennis and
sure.
Matumbis and them thing there, but it's remember Matumbi before Matumbi get signed and them thing and them man there play Louis and I play some rock and roll, well not rock and roll tune but some blues tune and them kind of tune there. So and then the influences in music is not just stem to 3 chord or one bang bang bang, you understand? And then it's like the flourish and remember him know film clips or things, you know. Cause enough album me do for Dennis and I not get no pay, you know. Right, saying? Right? And film album and bust out and he will have and I'm playing all these things.
Right.
So that's the influence of that, which is very good and nice and appreciate. I love it. I love that, you know. But for the reggae thing in England, Rough Cut, man, nobody couldn't touch me, man. No one couldn't touch me. So it's a sad thing when the band have to start whittle down and promote, well, we can't afford them only a bag of musician and and it took the essence out of me, man.
And I keep harping on about it. It's like, you know, when promoters make cost-effective measures in terms of band and artists and the amount of personnel that needs to be there. You know, you can mention the fact that, okay, I've got a 10-piece band and straight away a promoter thinks, nah, man, we can't deal with that. But at the same time, you know, it's the 10 people that made the recording up in the first place, that made the recording popular with the fans them. So, you know, so as a 10-piece band to play on a recording, then you come and do a tour and it's only four man you got backing you. It's almost like you're shortchanging the audience, much less yourself. You know, so for me personally, like is either I work with my band or I don't work with any other band because I've grown to work with the musicians that I now work with and maintain the sound. And that's something that I've learned from my elders. You know what I'm saying? You know, because if that's the sound that they create, that's the sound you need to put out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like food. It's like when you cook a dish but you use cheap ingredients. You know what I mean? It's
like Jayu 2017, Jayu go on tour, right? He might go do the sound system, we call it a sound system gig, Ratatam. Right? That's the biggest festival in reggae festival in Europe. You understand? 4 musicians.
The disrespect.
4 musicians have work. So when the punter now, I shall not call on the punter, so white dudes call people out there, right? My fans, the reggae lovers and the fans. Hear this now.
Yeah.
When the musicians gone out there and the artists is presenting themselves, you're not getting full 100, fam.
Yeah.
You're not getting full 100, right? So it coming like you said, why see artists this or this or no come spending the money if you come look for artists. No, on the spending the money if you come look but the artist and his performance, and the performance is with the musicians and the music, and the music caters for hands and this and that. Dennis Brown used to work with all 4 hand man, you know. Ticket price gone up, everything gone up, but let me tell you something. See, the musician price gone down.
Yeah.
You understand, Master?
Yeah.
More time artist fee gone down.
Yeah.
Right? Wagwan. Try look like
we'll get to that further down in the vlog, but I just want to keep it to the bands that you've been working with because you still got more bands. You still got more bands to illustrate and let people know. And I mean, it's safe to say Rough Cut was the band that basically just set you on a trajectory to the standard that you are now.
Standard,
to the standard that you are now at, and that we are all used to right now. So from that point, the next band that we need to mention that more or less kind of followed on from Rough Cut would have to be Aswad, right?
Aswad was always in the mix. Aswad was the band that me did really want to work with.
Right.
I didn't want to be remembered that, right? Vin Garden, through some visa problem, whatever, him can't work with Aswad after him play Warrior Charge and one of them tune there, right? Vin Garden, and you hear the style. But Vin Garden, right? Right? Him left, so Aswad don't have no hands, man.
Right.
Dub band have hands, man. Rough Cut have hands, man. Aswad lost the trombone player.
Right.
So hence they grab hold of my brother now. And that's how my brother was inside. They went inside with Aswad.
Okay.
And do that Notting Hill Carnival album. Live in Notting Hill. Yeah.
Let me give
That's my brother on there.
Let me give you some trivia. My band, Sweet Distortion, supported Aswad when they done live and direct at Meanwhile.
That's right.
At Meanwhile
Okay,
Gardens.
okay.
We was a support act on that show, and in terms of like watching a live concert and seeing how a band work on stage. Before there was like the Instigators, but when I was watching the Instigators with Mafia and Fluxy, and then I watched Aswad, I realized who was the students and who was the teachers. Sorry, Mafia and Flux. I got to tell it like it is, bless. You know what I mean? My love on us still. You know what I mean? But
East London.
no, we were from Tottenham. I'm from Tottenham.
Hey, original. Okay.
I'm from Tottenham.
Only chew me there East right now.
No, I'm from Tottenham. I'm from Tottenham as well.
See.
So watching the Instigators at that time, and then watching Aswad. That was a masterclass in terms of live performances. Do you know what I mean? So that was an experience. Aswad
is a polished band.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, saying right, Jummy Zeb, right, he might come from Calypso. A Calypso band he might play. A drummer in a Calypso band, he play the music there.
Okay.
So when he come in at the reggae now, right, saying everything nice and tight, that's why he can make all them style there. Nice drummer. That's why him and Dennis used to work close together.
Stick another pin, because I just want to make a little diversion from Aswad to Janet Kay.
Okay.
Because I need this cleared up now. Obviously Janet Kay had a massive hit.
Massive.
With Silly Games.
Yeah.
Now my ears are pretty much on point when it comes to listening to music and listening to a musician's style and saying, okay, that's House Matt on drums, or that's Sly on drums, or that's Gladstone Anderson on keyboards, oh, that's Bubblers on keyboards. My ears are kind of tuned to that. So with Silly Games, can you tell me who played on the session of Silly Games? And
Angus Gear.
And what was...
He was the drummer. On Silly Games. With that tick.
Yeah.
Right? Till I'll Janet want to learn it too, and she's got it down to a T now.
Right.
So yeah, yeah, it was Angus Gay on
Which is Drummy Zeb.
Yeah.
Right. So who played bass?
Dennis Bovell. Because Dennis wrote the composition.
Right.
And I think it's Dennis's wife at the time, right, wrote the lyrics.
Okay.
So the song wasn't written by...
It wasn't written by Janet.
No, it wasn't written by Janet.
It was written by...
But by Dennis's wife, Diane, at the time, and Dennis himself.
Okay.
Right, and I was in the studio when all them tune there was being recorded. I wasn't in the studio when Janet came and sang. But like when the beat was being made and them thing there.
Right.
Yeah, man,
Wow.
I was there. Because West End's just at the top of the road there from Brixton with now too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sleep over in the studio, all them thing there. Because I used to work with Dennis. All the time. I was around Dennis. I was watching him. how he puts songs together, how he writes. You know what I mean? Then he's a genius. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he knows sounds.
Yeah.
He knows how to do the tones, and that's what I saw
Sure.
to make me learn this music thing.
So he was more or less the original Mad Professor.
Yeah, man. Before Mad Professor, no Mad Professor. He must be mad, yes, but he was not the Mad Professor. Neil Fraser, he's a good engineer. But him that I wouldn't put him as the professor, you know what I mean?
Right.
Him go learn things from all Scratch Perry and them man there too. You understand? I mean know Neil from Peckham days and
I'm not stirring nothing. I'm not stirring nothing. I'm just
no all them man there we know before dip and all them man before dip music.
Oh man, now you're going back.
Yeah, but that's another
thing. But anyway, I want to cut this conversation short for this episode, and I want to actually get into the work that you've done with Aswad and how you moved from there into a band called the Hard Rock Band.
Yes.
Which was more or less Winston Reilly's band, right?
Yeah,
okay.
with Aswad, as I said, right. See, my brother got introduced into Aswad.
Yeah, but we'll get there. But we have to cut off this conversation and cut off this episode there. So until such time, stay tuned.
Boom.